Righto, welcome to another day of the 7 Directions Pmwi Scrims. Thanks everyone for coming in. We are just about to get game number 1 underway. We're going to be starting off on a wrangle. So we've got a couple of new teams in tonight, or somewhat new, that, or at least that I haven't seen. So we do have Infinity coming out of Mongolia, which is Sanchi, Whitey, NERZ, Sneaks, and Leo's obviously, of course, coming from Zeus, and the rest of the crew, I believe, coming from possibly Intro, and of course, Apes Inc. But let's check out this flight path for game number 1. Right, so obviously we're going to be starting over east of Yasnaya, and we will be heading over towards the quarry area for game number 1. So he's going to be first to jump. Obviously, it's a pretty decent flight path. Most of the teams are going to be able to get what drop spots they do want to get from this one, as it covers pretty much the main area, or the southern portion of the main island. So it looks like BJMF, they're going to be the first ones off the ranks. They're going to be heading up north to Kameshi. So there's a couple of teams that won't be on this team list either, as they were late additions, but that is all good. So it looks like Orange Play obviously jumping early on as well. They're going to be heading down south. CS also heading in that rough direction, but SENGOKU looks like they're going to be dropping around the mansion area. We don't see too many teams actually dropping down there. But so in slot 4, we will have DS Gaming. 6 is going to be Reject 7. Blacklist International, I'm not 100% sure that... Oh, no, they are here. Never mind. We've got Geek Fam in 8. We've got Eliminate in 9. SENGOKU Gaming in 10. We've got SCARZ in 11. Lag Gaming in 12. Join Me Yellow in 13. Orange Play in 14. Eagle 365 in 15. ASTRA Academy 16. YALGON GALACTICOS, I think that's, we've had a replacement in on that one. That's that BJMF. We've got Black Knight Lizard in 18. We've got Infinity in 19. We're going to have Galaxy Racer in 20. We've got ROP in 24 and 25th. My apologies, I'm not 100% sure who that one actually is. But at the moment, obviously, you can see the couple of teams jumping up towards crates at the moment. They might end up getting stuck around Mount Everest. We might see some early engagements there if those teams can get weapons. But Lag, ASTRA Academy, they'll be going at it at Yasnaya fairly soon as well, I would say. Let's DS to continue to make their way down south. But Join Me Yellow, I think we're going to see a fair bit of action there as well. So let's jump on this. Hold on one second. I think we'll get rid of that title for a moment. I don't have the up-to-date ones. Might just move this one down there. Beautiful. So we'll get stuck into the action. Who do we want to check out? We'll check out Join Me Yellow first up. So underneath the bridge at the moment, they've lost one at the moment. Kimley is currently down and out already, as Crypto does manage to get the confirm. You can see No Name, unfortunately, getting caught in the back now as well. So Join Me Yellow, severely underlooted, as you can see. Snaky, for the time being, dropped away from the rest of the squad. I think that was a fairly smart play coming out from them. So what else have we got happening? Let's have a quick look what's happening with ASTRA Academy up at Yasnaya. So, oh, look out, Pop actually does manage to get the knock on it to a missile, so we might have to jump on to that one. That is DS as they were heading down south. Let's jump on to Pop and see what is happening down there. My apologies, 2 seconds, just making sure I've got a couple of things organised. I think we should be all good. Right, my apologies, there we go. We got game sound. I believe we are good to go. Righto. So Sporter, he's getting pretty close here at the moment. Is he going to look for a bit of revenge? Like, that's the real question. You can see he's over in the distance. Does look like he's actually going to bail on this one and pull away from Orange Play. But a few shots have been fired. Will they manage to connect? That's the real question here, Sporter. Does manage to get all the way away, though it does seem for the time being. So tonight, obviously, we've got a lot of massive teams in Infinity now pushing up as well. They have managed to find themselves a little bit of company, and it is going to be Geek Fam that they have managed to find. So Leo is obviously getting a knock early on. So we jump on the other side. So Miracle still out in the open at the moment as Baby does go down and does get confirmed. So Geek Fam now going to be down to 3 with Snipes down as well. So just 2 left standing for the time being. So it was actually Whitey that did manage to finish off Snipes there. So ASTRA Academy, as you would expect, coming in really hot and heavy in the earlier stages of the game. There's actually quite a few teams up around this GAC sort of area at the moment. It's actually quite surprising to see it being so heavy over the sides. The centre of zone, of course, is going to be around Potato Hill for this one. So nice and central. So Whitey just trying to get a couple of stuns in towards Rude. Rude obviously managing to avoid for the time being. But the push, I believe, is about to come in. Whitey gets spotted. Rude does it untouched. Does manage to get it confirmed as well. But a big nade comes in from Leos and will eliminate Rude. So unfortunately, that's going to be the end of Geek Fam, I believe. So Eagles 365 now looking to put the pressure back on. They've heard the shots. They're trying to spot them out. Are they going to go in for the push? So they'll be looking to try and kick the guys from Infinity while they're down. But Infinity, they really didn't take a lot of damage from that fight. So they did have some random sprays and smokes happening for the other time being. So we've got Noel, we've got Kaizen, and we've got Rizard and Hazel in for Eagle 365 tonight. So you can see, is it Riser or Riser D or Rizard? Or Reserved? Reserved is probably more what it is. My apologies if I'm butchering your name, mate. But yeah. So it looks like they are looking to continue to move around these guys. It looks like they're actually going to try and get a little bit of a flank down the south side from Noel. But will they continue to push on him? We'll find out in just a moment. So just getting a bit of information, I believe, as they do push around. So it does look like Sengoku. They were the first team to push towards center zone, and they are going to own Potato Hill for game number 1. So, of course, Z3US pushing all the way down to Millie base. We do have Rip that's hit Novo for game 1 of the 7 directions. Pmwi Scrims. So who else do we want to have a quick look at the other moment? I think we'll have a quick look at what's happening with Blacklist International, as I believe we may see a little bit of action here sooner or later. Right, so we do have shots fired. It does look like they do have a lag down to the south, but action is coming in from behind and putting a lot of pressure on. Claire, unfortunately, does go down. And that's going to be Claire confirmed, unfortunately. So you got Eons on the other front line at the other moment. Let's just get this phone locked up. Beautiful, cool. So action does get spotted. After getting Tyra down, he goes super, super low. But obviously ASTRA really looking to make the mark in game 1. Scry out in the open field at number action. Still continuing to put the pressure on. So they've got a new addition that I haven't seen him before as well, with Jerry popping in on this one. But Blacklist there in a little bit of trouble now as action goes for a drop shot. He dumps a full mag of the UMP. Unfortunately, does get caught out. Will he be confirmed here, though? It's a real question. Tyra really does need to get back up on their feet. Eon's managing to get a first aid as, alas, oh no, does his dirty, runs over action, and he will be confirmed. But big shots now coming in from ASTRA. Jerry now pushes on up. Scry firmly in the sights of Alas. So you got Eons down. I believe Alas is the last one standing now. Nade's pushing forward. Alas does get forced back. And we'll look to get the revive on to Aeons. Scry now looking to push on up. SCARZ should be able to get an angle here. He's going to spot these guys out. Alas, he's going to be confirmed, and that is going to be Blacklist International, eliminated in 15th position by ASTRA Academy. So ASTRA Academy getting themselves 4 kills so far. So some solid early points for those guys. Right, let's have a quick look what else is happening around the traps. So it looks like we've got BJMF. They're going to be riding the blue as they come in, but DS, they are on the move. Obviously, they're only a 3-man squad at the moment. Saying that, they're running some pretty risky moves for the time being, as they've got all 3 players in the other one vehicle. They have managed to come across. Orange play, pop now. Gets tagged up, does get done with a drive-by from ZZP. Beautiful shots coming out as they're trapped in the bunker now, obviously. Orange play, you've got one on the outside, though, that might be able to get in amongst this one and put the pressure back on. So it's going to be Sky in. That's going to be coming in from above. Going in iron sights as well. No, decides to switch out for the 3 times. Does manage to spot out a player after going for a bit of a jump to get that extra height. Spots out ZZP. ZZP is going to be down. And spots out the rest now as well. He's getting great angles on Sky in from above. We will see the rest of the squad now look to push on up as Molly goes flying in from Sky in. DS running with the tail between their legs now. And oh, they're in a lot of trouble. That vehicle's looking extremely toasty. They do manage to somehow managed to get away. No, still got long range shots coming. They are forced to get out of that vehicle now. They're going to be out in the open. So Sporter. Watching out Sky did on the backside. As they do look to exchange with some long range shots. We've got a nice flank now coming out from Astra X. He's going to be able to get right in behind. That should be enough to get an angle here. So Sporter now in a lot of trouble, but no, Astrox is going to go down. That's going to be Sporter fighting back. So that flank, unfortunately, just not paying off as Satan. Now's the trap set. We've got one that's going to push past. What were those shots coming down from Sporter? Popov goes down. It's all falling apart for Orange at the moment. So 2 left up. Astrox still down. Sporter finally does go down now to Sun. So we've got Sadon. Directly in front, last one standing here. Can he clutch up? He doesn't spot him out. No, he's going to get caught out by Sky Nin. And unfortunately, DS will go out in 14th position. So an early exit, obviously taking those fights extremely early on. The zone does continue to center up nicely for this one. I think we'll jump on down now to RP. Now, I'm not well versed in this team, but we'll see how they do go. So we've got Verse X, we've got Flick, sorry, Reverse X it is. We've got Flick, we've got ISO and Jacob Boy in for the squad of RIP tonight. So it does look like the guys from Z8 could be getting into some action fairly soon, as well as they're pushing through. They've already seen a little bit of action though. They've already got 3 kills to their name as they do look to push to the south side of Potato Hill for the time being. I think we're going to see another team obviously pushing up towards Potato Hill now, though. That is going to be BKG. Black Knight Lizard, I believe, looking to creep on up onto Sengoku's position. Sengoku, they're on that ridge line just out to the west. Will they be able to spot them out? So Cry Booster, we've got Balot, we've got Matoi and Ryaxi in for these guys. So no one has been spotted as yet. Obviously, BKG just using the third person peek to spot out if anyone is pushing over in this direction. Let's have a look at Sengoku's point of view and see what they can see from here. But Reserve does manage to get down to Kumel. We've seen shots fired now coming out of Sengoku. It looks like they will start to put the pressure on. Almighty now starting to push on up. Kumel unfortunately does get confirmed. So Astra Academy getting back in and amongst it. Some big shots coming out from Almighty, but doesn't manage to get the knock on it to Black Knight Lizard directly in front. So they are regrouping. You can see they've got vehicles over the top side of that ridge, but this is a fairly ranged fight for the moment. So we're going to see these guys going for a push. That's kind of what it looked like was about to happen. But I think we'll jump back on to ASTRA Academy as they get into it. I'm pretty sure they're going in pretty hard for the time being. So Jerry's forced to get that revive on to Pika. Looks like we're obviously in Headshot Valley. So some fairly range shots happening here as well for the time being. We've got DPs in play. It's going to be Kaizen on the rooftops at the moment, putting the pressure on. He's got a hill glitch in front. He unfortunately isn't able to get shots on as he does spot out these players. We've got LIAZRD with that Mosin. Now trying to spot out Scry. Scry just mixing up those angles, keeping the pressure on to LIAZRD to be able to get a decent shot out. It's not going to be easy with Scry moving around on that rear side of that hill that much. But in saying that, Scry's being extremely patient at the moment. Had the opportunity to take a few shots, but hasn't done so as yet. So Kaizen still just tapping away with the DP for the time being. It's obviously out at Eagle 365. Still big shots coming in. Kaizen forced to pull back as he gets a bit of a reload on. Obviously he's reloading that DP a hell of a lot, but only just getting a couple of shots out at time. So it looks like we're going to see the zone go down to the southern side. So looking at the Potato Hill and obviously the farm area south of Potato Hill, pretty much is going to be center zone for this one. I do like the rotations that have come out from rejects. You can see they're on that southern side. They're on the coastline early on. They have managed to get themselves in a fairly established position. Obviously, RP, they're going to be in a good position as we get into the later stage as well. But Sengoku, they are on the move as Sanchia does go down to one of the ZEI8 players. But Jerry is going to go down to Hazel now. So Hazel managing to utilize that Baldy fairly well, but unfortunately they're not going to be able to get a confirmed peeker at the moment. Coming in with that off angle. Is he going to be able to spot about? Sneaks out, goes down as well to Crypto. I think we might switch on over to that one. Let's see what's happening between ASTRA and obviously I8. So they're going in for the push. They're getting extremely aggressive. So we've got UZM, we've got Reviews, we've got Blade, and we've got Crypto in. So you can see they've come in with some wide flags. Oh, they've got great angles. Infinity caught out in the open. Leo, he does get taken down, and I believe that is going to be the end of Infinity. They'll go out in 13th position. But on the other side, it's going to be the randoms. That's putting the pressure on now as well from the hills above. And you can see I8, unfortunately, they got caught out in the open there. So I've got a tough push in as UZM now starts to push on up. Free Fire comes out from floor. He's been tagged extremely heavily. He's got to watch that left-hand side, but it is going to be used for them that will manage to get the knock. We've got one left up. That, of course, is Sekshar. And unfortunately, he's going to be eliminated. So that's going to be, how many kills we got so far now? For I8. That's going to be 9 kills so far. These guys on absolute fire for game number 1. I think we can probably switch on out and possibly make that a little bit better. Cool. Right, so let's switch on over. Who do we want to check out? Let's check out BKG for a moment. They've got a pretty solid position inside center zone. They do have themselves a nice little squad house. Doesn't look like they have got any company for the time being. But we've got, obviously, the likes of Sengoku a little bit further south. So I think both these teams, they won't really have to move too far as yet. Does look like ASTRA try and make their way in for the North Orange play. They're going to just stick out on the northeastern side. But we've still got ASTRA coming in behind the guys from BJMF. We might check that one out just quickly. So who we got coming in from behind here? So BGMF Kakord unfortunately was just caught out. As the rest of the squad now does look to push on in. Got Matey pushing past this down to pretty much one tap, but it does look like these guys, they are ready and they're here to fight. Another goes down at the hands of Scry from ASTRA Academy. We've got big pre-fires coming out from Sky. Unfortunately, doesn't manage to get shots on. Defensive mollies coming out, as it does look like we've got... Is it Yamyet? Sorry, Lambert. There we go. Beautiful. As Lambert, yeah, has looked to hold back. The guy from Master Academy is on fire now. Unfortunately, that molly caught him. It does go down. It's all up to just Almighty, who is in the trenches of Pachiki and will, unfortunately, leave his teammates to be finished off by ASTRA. So BJMF, unfortunately, now going down to just one player. Or is Almighty that's creeping across? He might actually be able to sneak on in. May just happen. So Smoke's now going out. So it looks like UZM. Ooh, going up against E365. Kaizen, Noel, they have been taken out. Hazel goes down as well. So they are absolutely smashing. But Almighty now in a lot of trouble here. And unfortunately, BJMF will be eliminated. That's going to be in 10th position. Let's just jump on down south. So it looks like Rip having a little bit of trouble as they're trying to make their way in. One has been caught out. We've got Reverse. We'll see, looking to put the pressure on to Orange Play in the distance. Orange Play, they've been fairly aggressive in this one, but they haven't sort of been extremely aggressive position. So Rick Jacoby now goes down and does get confirmed. But Orange really looking to push on up now. Sky in directly in front. Will he get the utilities out? That's really what they need to do in this scenario. There's a beautiful nade in. Perfect nade. And also does go down to Sky in. Reverse now. Last one standing as the third party's coming in from the rear side. Reverse still yet to get in the zone. He does have some vehicles there, but it's going to be a fairly tough push. So let's jump on. My apologies. Let's jump on to, I think we'll jump on to Lag. We haven't had a chance to check these guys out much today. The big shots coming out on to Orange players that do try to push on in. You've got Mayo C on the front line, who might actually be able to get a bit of a pinch here on to Orange Play. Mayo C now pushing on up. Does spot out Sun. Decides not to take shots as yet, as it don't have that support. And that zone has hard shifted over to the western side. That's going to give ZEI8 obviously a massive advantage, being established in that position already. But Astra Academy, they are looking to move on to that position extremely early on. So we've got some big shots now coming out from Blade and Co. So Astra trying to get themselves in and trying to get themselves into hard cover, but ZEI8 really looking to put the pressure on. Saying that, they've actually got a bit of a pinch happen, but Scry does go down reviews. Does manage to get the confirm, and they're going to be up to 5 kills. Saying that, 14 kills. These guys absolutely smashing hard as Jerry now goes down as well. It's all falling apart for Astra Academy. They're just down to 1 player. Divine now gets taken down by one of the players from Sengoku. So we do have a couple of players from Sengoku that are down, as well as Almighty, obviously, up at top. They'll be looking to try and get that revived, but the molly's coming out. Another does go down. Almighty, last one standing now. If we see another utility thrown up here, it could be absolute disaster for Sengoku, with that push being just too strong coming out from Rejects. So it looks like we do have some defensive nades going down. Sarah now looking to get the revive on to Lapis. We've got Divide, that's going to breach that building. Doesn't have a lot of time, though, as this zone is about to come on out. But perfect nade comes in from Jewello. Does manage to get a knock on one. So we'll see the push come out as there's only 1 player left standing now for Sengoku. Sorry, no, there's 2. We've got Soldier as well. That's forced to take the fight all on his lonesome on one side. So these guys, unfortunately, they're just being picked off. And Almighty is going to get shot in the back by Divine with a drop shot. So Sengoku, they go out in 8th position. So 7 teams now remain at blue zone. Obviously, really starting to close on in. So it does look like we've got Orange Play that are really struggling to get in as well on that southern side. They do lose 1. We've got Sun right on the edge of blue. And zone goes up to the north. It's going to be all these teams up on that northern side. They're going to be looking pretty good in just a moment. That's going to be the likes of Rejects, if they can get all their players into zone without going down to that play zone. They do have, obviously, Black Knight LIAZRD directly in front. They set in their sights. Divine just snaking this one up as Blade gets some shots onto Ryerson. Does manage to get him down, but Bilot now gets spotted. Doesn't go down though. Rejects are now down to 2, so Blue Zone being their worst enemy. The Sunsun goes down. Pika is down now as well. So we do have Divine and Co just absolutely putting a ton of pressure on a BKG. As Divine looks to push on up, and the third party is going to be what stalls that push. As you can see, oh, big shots coming out through the smoke from a Blade. Does manage to take down a Divine, so that's going to mean reject. They're now down to just one player, as we have ZEI8 looking to bully their way in from the western side of zone. Crypto. Say no, apologies. They're already inside zone. They've pretty much got zone covered with their positioning. So I'm being super proactive, but Blade unfortunately was taken down on that front line. So UZM, I'm assuming, will look to try and get that revive. Lag may have seen going down to play zone. We've got 12 players left alive. Reviews now looking to push on up. 5 teams remaining. So Crypto in a great position to gatekeep at the moment. Doesn't manage to get shots on. We're down to 4 teams now. So it does look like we're now down to 3. I believe Lag now going out in 4th position. But ZEI8 looking extremely strong with a 3-man squad. A 3v1v1. We've got BKG, Matoy, and we've got Lapis. Lapis obviously on his feet, spots out Matoy. Does manage to pull himself at least a 2nd position. But now he's going to have to clutch up big time. His position is going to be known as ZEI8. Look to push on up. If they blow that vehicle, it could be a disaster. But you can see the split now starting to come on our Lapis. He knows he needs to get a heal off before taking this fight. And it looks like he's going to opt to take the other vehicle. Sana gets some beautiful shots out from inside the vehicle, but unfortunately it is going to be a nade that will eliminate these guys. And look at the kill count coming in from ZEI8. Playing it like a classic just about. We've got, what have we got there? That's insane. 11... Do I really have to count that? 123 kills coming out from ZEI8. So after getting all that good news, they're come out swinging. 23 kills is absolutely insane. Obviously, reviews getting 9 kills. That's absolutely nuts. I think the MVP chart's definitely going to be dominated by those guys. There is no doubt about it. But yeah, so Crypto with 3. We've got UZM with 6. We've got Reviews with 9 and Blade with 5. So excellent work coming out from ZEI8. Obviously, they got position for the, probably phase 6 of the match. And then we're able to really just use that as a great pivot point to get into the next zone as it drifted away. And they were able to move early and establish their dominance over that final circle and hold all its teams out. But Rejects going out in 2nd position with 6 kills. So you got Divine with 1, Lapis with 2, and Joello with 3. We'll have BKG going out in 3rd position. Unfortunately, they didn't manage to secure any kills, but they did get some placement points. So we've got Lag. Obviously, going on out in 4th position. They did manage to get 3 kills as well. And we're going to have, obviously, SCARZ, I believe, is it? SCARZ going out in 5th position with 4. We've got Pika from ASTRA Academy in 6th position with 2. We've got Pika, sorry, we've got... no, Pika had 1. We've got Action with 2. And, of course, Scry with a massive 6. So a total of 9 kills there for ASTRA Academy. We do have Orange Play going out in 7th position. They did manage to grab 7 kills in the other bag as well. We've got SENGOKU going out in 8th. In 9th, we will have RIP going out in 9th position. 1 second. Let's get these teams sorted. Just 2 seconds. But yeah, obviously an excellent game coming out from those guys. And I think we are good. So we got to get the scores going for you guys in just a moment. I was just making sure that was correct. So we've got BJMF obviously going in 10th position. In 11th, we're going to have Eel 365. In 12th, that will be the randoms. Also 100% sure about. I'm not 100% sure what the team name is in that, but they did manage to grab 2 kills in the process. Obviously, Infinity going out in 13th position with 4. I feel like that is going to be a team to watch. We've got DS going out in 14th position with Sporter obviously grabbing 1 kill, getting caught out in the open there. We've got Blacklist International going out in 15th position with 1, and Geek Fam going out in 16th with 1, and Join Me Yellow going out in 17th position. So we'll have a quick look at the MVP of the match. And as you can see, that, of course, is going to be reviews with those 9 kills. Relatively low damage for 9 kills. But so definitely getting confirms pretty much on every knock. And it looks like Crypto obviously getting right up there with the damage as well with 1,400. Obviously, fairly large rotations coming out from those guys. But we've also got Sky and Ian from Orange Play featuring there, getting up there with the damage as well. Hitting that 4-digit mark with 1,300 plus damage. Righto, we might have a quick look at the scores for Game 1. So we've got ZE eliminates 38 points. That's insane for just 1 game. Reject in 2nd position with 18. Astra Academy in 3rd with 13. So you can see how much those kills count, considering how far down Astra Academy did go out. We've got Lag going out in 4th position with 11. SCARZ in 5th with 10. BKG LIAZRD in 6th with 10. Orange Play in 7th with 9. Infinity in 8th with 4. We'll leave it at that for the time being. We're going to take a short break. We'll see you guys very soon with game number 2 of the 7 Directions Pmwi Scrims. Oh, my apologies. Welcome in to game number 2. How did I not mute that? Unmute that. My apologies. Righto, so we've got big shots coming out from Join Me Yellows. They do look to fight back. Joseph, unfortunately, does go down. No name now pushed out in the open. He's going to get caught out here. Goes super low. Goes down about 10% HP. Forced to flee back. Obviously, ASTRA Academy, they'll be looking to push fairly hard on this one. ESPORTS goes down to lag in the distance. So, unfortunately, they're having a pretty tough time. Looks like No Name is going to take this fight head on action. Will manage to come out on top. And, unfortunately, that's going to be the end of No Name. From Join Me Yellow eliminated in 17th position. So ASTRA Academy holding down San Martin for the time being. Who else? Did we get anyone else rocking in there? We did. So we do have a Paradox that's going to be there as well. We've got Rico P. We've got Smile, or Bountiful Smile, Buffboy, and we've got Gibby. Obviously looking to spot out ASTRA Academy. In just a moment. They would have heard those shots coming out. Who have we got on the front line? Is anyone actually looking in that direction? They are. Gibby. He's got the mini. Going irons. Doesn't even have a helmet as yet. If you're looking to change that one up. ZZP now goes down. So it looks like we've really got a solid engagement happening between lag at the moment. So it looks like that's actually out towards, just out to the east. With DS now down to just 2 players. So you got Satan. Fairly underloaded on this one. He's only got a pump. He's got no helmet, no vest. If he gets pushed, it could be absolute disaster here. Looks like Missile, obviously, still on that high ground. Unable to really provide a lot of support, but at least possibly lead up a little bit more. Buffboy does manage to get a knock on to Scry back in San Martin. But Satan just not willing to give away his position just yet as lag now look to breach his building. And Satan is going to get caught out from the other side. Unfortunately, he does go straight down. That's going to mean DS. They're now just going to be down to 1 player. So let's jump back on into San Martin and see what's happening here with ASTRA Academy. So it looks like Bountiful. They've got ASTRA in a pretty tight spot at the moment. Is this Molly going to connect? Big shots coming in from the side, though. They do have that 1 player with an off angle. It's got to be Pika, I believe. That'll have that off angle. Let's have a quick look at Pika's point of view here. Can he get shots on? So he's running the Winchester. You got someone, Gibby up top. But Gibby, I believe, does know the location here of Pika, so it isn't going to give him an angle. Two-Face does manage to get down, How down, though. So lag taking a lot of fights early on. A lot of fights. So Jerry actually in on the other front line. How, unfortunately, does go down. Silk goes down. What is happening to lag? I believe they may have actually just been eliminated by RIP. So Pika just laying and waiting for the time being, waiting for Smile or Bountiful Smile to give him an angle here. Gibby also in his sights here, but doesn't manage to get shots on. Pressure's being put on to ASTRA Academy, though. As you can see, these guys have been getting tagged up by Paradox. So you can see Paradox, they are actually working their way around, making sure that ASTRA Academy do get cut off as action does go down on the other side as he looks to pull on out the backside. Jerry now looks to suppress Paradox as they look to push on up. They do have a nice bit of smoke cover. Jerry now gets spotted as one does push through the smoke. So in saying that, it was action went down to DS Missile coming in over the top. See, he's on the other side of this one. So Molly's come out as they look to hold Buffboy and Co back. So got Rick just about to push on up. ASTRA Academy really forced to take a real defensive play on this one. Not something that you see all the time, that's for sure, when it comes to these guys. They're usually the aggressors, but beautiful nade does come in from Jerry, and Buffboy will go down. So Rick, obviously looking to regroup a little bit. You can see we still do have DS coming up in the distance. So they'll be looking to try and get that revive on to Buffboy, and I'm sure Paradox aren't going to be super aware of the player of DS Missile being right behind here. He's going to be able to get some interesting pressure on, I believe, as he looks to get to that high ground. We might have to move back on to that front line a moment. So it looks to get that height over the top. He's going to spot a few here. Rick, he's going to get caught out from behind now. And unfortunately will be Thurston up as Action now looks to push on out. He gets caught as well. Missile absolutely lasering at the moment. He's going to get the confirm on to Action also. So racking up those kills too so far. Decides, no, I'm not going to hang around. I'm going to switch up the angles on this one. And both Paradox and ASTRA go down to 3. Scry now goes down as well. Looks like Gibby putting the pressure on the stairs. Goes for a bit of a pre-5. Do have Jerry that's directly in front, just waiting this one out. But ASTRA just unable to get up the stairs at the moment. So look to get shots on. So Jerry, being a patient man. Well, just waiting this one out. Pika does manage to get the heels back off. He's on the other side. Looks like ASTRA, they want to wait for Paradox just to come downstairs rather than taking this fight and saying that. So Pika does spot out Gibby coming down. Gibby gets taken back a couple of times, but the hunt is now on for Pika. Pika goes in with the Winchester, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough. It's now up to Jerry. He does manage to find Buff Boy. He's going to have to go in a 1v2 scenario. Gibby is super low, but unfortunately, it's going to be Gibby that will eliminate ASTRA Academy in 14th position. Let's jump on down to Infinity. So Infinity, they've got a fair bit of action happening as well at the moment. Who have got going down in front is Blacklist International. So Blacklist International is just down to Tyra. Last one standing. Got the it's going to be the M4 in hand. Goes down to 1 tap. All it's going to take is 1 shot to come out. And it's going to be game over for Blacklist International. Sneaks down looking to push on over to try and get spot out on to Tyra. But Tyra doesn't manage to get a first aid off. Will go back up to that 80% mark. So it's big nades coming out. Tyra forced to flee back after going down about 50%. Looks to push on out wide. But I don't know if this angle is going to work when you've got one player on the side there. Unless they are. No, they are actually down. So Sneaks, I think, really does need to push on up. His teammate Sanchu, unfortunately, at the moment is bleeding out. So it's essentially a 1v1 as Sneaks continues to rain it down these days. Beautiful nade. Tyra goes down to like 1 HP, but manages to get a first aid right out on time. Obviously, we're going to see the information being shared. And Tyra, unfortunately, does go down though to Sneaks. So Sanchu will be revived. That's going to be Infinity with 4 kills. Blacklist International, they will go out in 13th position. Righto, so let's have a quick look at Eagles 365. What's happening with these guys? So unfortunately, looks like they've had a extremely tough time as they're down to 1. So we've got Noel just waiting in the dumpster as Geek Fam looks to push on up. So Snipes. Does look like Geek Fam have been the one to eliminate the rest of the squad as well, as they've got 3 kills to their name. Well, what's going to happen here? Obviously with Noel. Is he just going to try and wait this one out? Obviously they're outside of zone. They will need to push in fairly soon. But it looks like Top actually pushing on to Paradox. Looking at that zone. So we might have to switch on to that one for a second. As Top looks to push on in on that northern side of San Martin. Are they going to take the fight here, or are they going to continue to move out? It does look like they're going to continue to move out. We've got a minute 45 till this zone does close, so there's plenty of time to take that fight if you really did want to, but it's not necessarily the smartest move. Let's jump back onto Geek Fam. So it does look like they did just continue to roll on out, and that is going to mean that obviously Eagle 365, they'll be able to live to fight another fight. So SCARZ already in towards center zone. Let's have a quick look at what's happening with those guys. I'm curious to see the position. We do have a rejects that it's going to be coming in just to the south, I believe. saying that, SCARZ are actually extremely split here. Extremely split. I do believe that we might have a little bit of company, though, in with the guys from SENGOKU. They do manage to spot one. They've got Team 18 under a lot of pressure. Not sure if this is 7D squad. Can they manage to get a return off? They do. Doo Boy finds one. He finds two, I believe. So it looks like they were trying to go for a bit of a push. You got Salt G at the moment. Coming in with some good nades. Will it connect? Will the timing be cooked perfectly? No, it wasn't, but it does overshoot. Salt G now goes down, and SENGOKU, unfortunately, at the moment, just getting absolutely steamrolled. But Sing now looks to push on out. He's out in the open. Returns a fire. Insane. Old matey keeps that angle extremely tight. Hard to get shots on, and he will find Sing. Sing, I believe, will be able to get into hard cover as old matey looks to hold down the 5-stacker on the west side of Los Leones. So Infinity's starting to push towards center zone as well. We do have RIP coming in from the northeast of Los Leones. There's a chance they might end up running into orange play if they do sort of decide to push a bit deeper into a zone. We'll see Top Esports coming in from behind there as well. But Geek Fam, I believe they might have a little bit of company fairly close by up in the hills. So if we've got anyone looking to take shots, and Sunna action unfortunately does go down. There we go. So shots have been fired. Yeah, actually gets finished off. So unfortunately he did have to leave on this one. SCARZ Pursuing does go back down. Where is that fight happening? Let's have a quick look at this one. This Kumel, I believe, did manage to get an angle on from behind. So a bit of a cheeky angle, which ended up putting the pressure onto that squad. We've got anyone else looking to get an angle here. We've got Matul now, obviously getting tagged up from the side. He's super, super low and will be forced to flee. But these guys are all playing their own game pretty much at the moment as they're spread out throughout the zone. Let's have a quick look at... I want to have a look at Orange Play. Obviously, they had an extremely... or a pretty strong match. Baby from Geek Fam, unfortunately, does take a tumble out of the vehicle. But, yeah, obviously, Orange, they were fairly aggressive in game number 1. They did get right up there in the placements, but it was good to see those guys really turning it up. And Zone goes up to North Paradox. They're going to be on that northern side. We do have, obviously, SENGOKU that are in the mix, but let's jump on down to Rejects just quickly and see what's happening here. They're going in for a push. We do have some big nades going in. It's a miracle that is going to be in front. So Snipes, unfortunately, is down at the moment. Lapis, he is in the mix. They have breached this compound. Looks like it will push down to the lower side. Miracle is actually the only one inside this compound. We've got one on the outside, so that's going to be damn rude. He's going to look to put the pressure on from afar. Does manage to tag up a couple of players there. So Miracle will look to hold these guys back. Oh, it's going to be a tough goal, though. Joello goes down, but Miracle does go down in response. Rude will now be forced to push in to try and clean up this mess. Will he be able to do it, though? It's a third party that's coming in that's putting the pressure on, though. He goes down to about 70% and then push around the other side. Finds Sarah, but unfortunately he's going to be eliminated by Sarah and will go out in 11th position. So third party's obviously in the distance. That's coming out from Infinity up on that northern side. Top Esports, we've got a bit of an insurance policy on that southern side there with that account. The Top Esports account right on that southern side of zone. And what? We'll remember they're there, but we'll get in a little bit tighter, I think. We'll see what's happening here. So still a few shots coming out from Infinity. Doesn't look like we do have Rejects really giving them much of an angle for the time being. So we'll have Orange Play coming in from that eastern side. We've got Top still yet to come in behind there. There's a fair chance we might see those two teams run into each other. Or if Top do run straight up that road, I don't think they will. there's a chance they might run into Rip. But no one really pushing towards center zone. Everyone sort of, or not everyone, but 90%, they are on the sort of outskirts rather than right in the center. Guess it's because you've got such a tough area to hold on down. But unfortunately, that's going to be in Naodu. Unfortunately, does get caught out on the other rotation. But we've got shots now that's going to be coming in from the other side as well. That's obviously going to be SCARZ now looking to push on up. So you can see No2 now getting revived. Does Doggy or Kumel, are they able to get shots on Matun? So the M16, he does spot out one on that ridge line, but decides he doesn't want to take the shots. But yes, it's going to be Orange play now going up against Top Esports. So unfortunately, they have lost one. And looks like they are trying to push in on the southern side of Los Leones, or the southeastern side of Los Leones. But Orange play right up on that high ground. It's such a great position they're going to be able to rotate out of as we enter the next phase of the match. We'll be hitting phase 4 in just a few moments as James Pro looks to get himself out of the blue. We've still got big shots now coming in, and part of Los Leones clearly going to be inside this next zone. That means we're going to have, obviously, SENGOKU looking pretty good in that position. So BGM JMF, they're going to be coming in from the south as well. We've got a fair bit of a plateau, but Adam's still getting tagged up at the moment. I think we'll jump on to SG and see how they are looking. They're going to push for that 5-stacker. Right, so they're going to push a little bit closer towards a center zone for this one. But BJMF, they've slowly been sneaking their way in from that southern side. And chances are we'll see those guys actually end up engaging with Top as they've tried to avoid Orange play on their rotation end. So Eagle 365, as you expect, just down to one player. They're leaving it fairly late to come on in as well. It looks like Top Esports, one of their players will go down to play zone, as I thought they were actually disconnected and finished off on the end of the flight path. But from above, Rejects at the moment, I think they're going to be putting the pressure on to a couple of teams as Paradox looks to push in on in the distance. But it's also going to be SCARZ now looking to go in for a big push on to Infinity. They do manage to find one. So we've got Sanchia coming in with the big nades. Big nades. Doesn't manage to hit the mark. Can he hold this one down? He's now down to pretty much one tab. He finds one. That's going to be Matun. Unfortunately, that has been taken down. Pulls back down as he looks to get the first aid out. But that's going to be the cue for Rejects, I believe, to start pushing on up. You can see they push up on the other side of this compound. So Naoto is going to be locked in a battle here with one from Reject on the outside. So looking to establish a position inside the center zone. Plenty of smokes out, but really got to watch for third parties. Is the real killer here. As you can see, you've got plenty of shots still coming in over. And Naoto, unfortunately, does go down. It's all up to Doggy now, so SCARZ is falling apart. Doggy on fire now. Zamoli's come in, and Sanchia does manage to finish him off. That's going to mean Infinity is down to one, but they have managed to hold that compound down. Rejects will be looking to push on in as Paradox do look to put the pressure on from the far side, the northern side. They're obviously going to have to push on out. And down south with this next zone as well, pushing to that compound. So Sanchia from Infinity looking pretty good if you can hold it down. Rejects will be looking to continue to push on forward. Orange are leaving it extremely late as well. So only Sarah on the other front line. The rest of Rejects, I believe, now starting to mobilise. You've got Joello starting to push in, but Sarah dead smack bang in the middle of a zone. Actually does have quite a nice little spot there. Nice little basin these guys can play out of. But Popov will manage to take down one of the players from SG, SENGOKU. So will we see a bit of a push coming in? It does look like they do want to establish themselves on this high position to the east. The push now coming in. That's going to mean Solgia forced to flee back. But it's really going to have to watch his back on the center zone position. Because, yeah, it's extremely likely someone will spot him out. And saying that, ASTRA goes down to his own teammate. Sun. Fortunately, just not hitting the mark as old Matty does look to pull on back out. Will he be able to be healed up here? That's a real question. Will they get the revive? So we do have top esports now running down that road as well. They're about to push on through, and they actually push into the compound. Orange, they are looking to absolutely steamroll. We've got Popov on that front line. Adam, last one standing. And unfortunately, they are going to be caught out. That is going to be top esports going out in 8th position. 7 teams now remain. 20 players left alive. Who's going to take the dub for game number 2 of 7 Directions? Pmwi Scrims. Orange looking pretty strong with their 4-man squad. Paradox trying to make their way in on the northern side now. And they're going to be out in the open, saying that they're really in a struggle town with a lot of shots. They're flying overhead. Gibby goes down. Buffboy is the last one standing. Has managed to get himself right on that edge of zone. Spots out Eagle Play pushing in. Can he get a confirm here? He does. That's going to be Noel, unfortunately eliminated, but it gets done by a third party. Stand Cheer from Infinity will eliminate those guys. That's going to be Paradox out in roughly 5th position. Rejects still yet to push on in completely in the zone. We got Divine on that high side, getting a bit of an overwatch. Really can't afford to be knocked, but he's continuing to put the pressure on to Orange play. As I think we've got Sarah looking to push up on that front line and hold back Orange play. So really looking to establish a very dominant position inside this zone. But the main worry that they really do need to worry about is going to be Sanchia coming in from the back. Rip Flick does manage to get Astrox, or Astro X, unfortunately down. So Sarah just chilling. They've got Sue in now. Rip, they're still trying to creep in from that northern side. Orange, I believe it's going to be a fair struggle town for these guys to get in. Sky in with the off angle for the time being. Astrox, I'm sure, will be revived in just a moment. There we go. He's back up on his feet. Orange Pay now looking to make their move. Divine being spotted by Sky but unfortunately not able to get shots on. Sky might be able to put the pressure on. Rejects though with that high ground position. So Nades now starting to push forward on both fronts as they look to be fairly defensive in their positioning. And it looks like we do have one that is going to be inside the zone. Sun has managed to make a great little spot right on that eastern side. So Popov will be trying to put the pressure on to Rip. Rip now in trouble. They do lose another as they go into zone. I believe they will be down to 2. Sarah finds... no, it's going to be Lapis that will find Popov. And Orange now starting to fall apart. We've got Sky Need, and we've got Sun right on that front line, but the zone has gone to the north. All teams will need to move on to this one. Sun pushes in, gets a beautiful spray down onto Lapis. Lapis will go down. Astrox now will be revived as well. Rejects just down to Divine. Divine on the southern side. He's got the road to cover him, but we'll need to push on up to the north. But the real winner out of this one has been Sanchia. He's managed to establish himself in a position. He's letting these guys fight it out. And he might be able to come in and steal the win on this one. So putting the pressure on from that lower side. And he's managed to get himself inside this zone. So it looks like he's going to nade forward and get himself on that front side of the zone so these teams cannot get in. So Sanchia looks to get a nade out rather than going headlong into Astrox. Is he going to hit the mark though? Perfect nade! Gets one! Goes for Sun. Unfortunately doesn't find Sun. Sun manages to get into a nice little dibby. Cooks that second nade though. Is that going to make the distance? Doesn't make the distance entirely. Sun is down to about 50%, but that second nade now in. That one's not going to connect either, but Sanchia goes for the drop shot onto Sun. Sun still full health, but it is going to be Sanchia that will come out on top. Rejects that have managed to get that, Divine has managed to get in. It's a straight 1v1. Sanchia, 9 kills for Team Infinity. Big Nate comes in. Divine steal the win and take the chicken dinner for game number 2 of the 7 Directions Pmwi Scrims. What a game. We've got Rejects with 10 kills. Sarah with 4. You got Divine with 3. Lapis with 1. And Jewello with 2. Obviously the MVP of the match. The man with the patience of a saint. 9 kills He waited that compound for a long time and he knew when to just turn it up to 11. So Sanchia with a 9. We've got Leo with a 1. We've got Whitey with 1 and Sneaks with 2. So let's get some scores cracking while we're going. So give me 1 second. I'll just get set up. So a total of 10 there it was for Reject. In second position, we did clearly have Infinity. What a game for Sanchia. Once again, obviously, congratulations to Reject for taking that win. No, Divine, that was excellent play, excellent patience towards the end there, and obviously that Overwatch position, being able to move in from that southern side. It's all about timing. You managed to clutch it up for the team and grab those placement points. So we've got a total of 13 there, obviously, for Infinity. We are going to have Orange play. Feel like they've been extremely consistent tonight. They've got themselves 6 kills. Third position, we've got Rip going in 4th position with 5. We'll have Paradox going in 5th position. So Paradox 5th position, and they did manage to grab themselves 6 kills. You got Gibby with 3, Buttboy with 2. And Bottleful Smile with 1. Eagle 365 going out in 6th position. We've got Noel with 1 kill there. We've got BJMF going out in 7th position with 1. We will have in 8th position, it's going to be Sengoku Gaming with 1. We've got Top Esports. They've gone out in 9th position with 1. In 10th position, we are going to have SCARZ with 2 kills. We'll have Geek Fam going out in 11th position with 3. We'll put this one down to 7. D in 12th position there with 2. And in 13th, we're going to have a Blacklist International with 2. Obviously, ASTRA Academy getting themselves 4 kills at San Martin. In 14th position, we've got DS going out in 15th position on this one. Surprise early exit for those guys yet again. And Lag, they've gone out in 16th with 3. Join Me Yellow going out in 17th. I believe that is it. It is. So let's check out the MVP of the match. Definitely no surprises there, but it looks like there was some cheeky kill steals possibly happening on this one with Sanchia. Getting 9 kills off 826 damage. Obviously, Sun shot up for Orange play there with almost 1,500 damage, I believe. And 1,500 damage for Divine as well. So I think that Overwatch position at the end there from Divine on that real high side obviously allowed him to pummel a lot of teams. Right, let's check out these scores quickly for Game 2 and obviously the current overall standing. So I've got Infinity. Oh, hold on. My apologies. 1 second. Let's hit that save button yet again. There we go. That's better. Righto. My apologies. We've got Infinity getting right up there with the kill points. Obviously, they're tied up. I believe the Reject actually should be on top of that one because they got the chicken dinner, and nowadays the score system is more so on chicken dinners. But yeah, obviously Infinity, Reject both getting 25 points. We do have Orange play in 3rd position with 16. We've got Rip in 4th with 13. We've got Paradox in 5th with 12. Eagle 365 getting themselves up there in 6th position. We've got ASTRA Academy in 7th. We've got Geek Fam in 8th with 4. So we're going to... no, that's right. We've got to check out the current overall standings, don't we? Let's check those out quickly. So Reject getting up on top. Obviously, we didn't have ZE Illuminate playing in game number 2, but Reject 43 points from 2 games. That's definitely solid points. We've got Infinity that jumped up into 3rd there with 29. Orange played in 4th with 25. ASTRA Academy in 5th with 17. Lag Gaming in 6th with 14. RIP in 7th with 14. We've got SCARZ in 8th with 13. And Paradox in 9th with 12. Right, we're going to take a short break. We'll see you guys very soon on the other side of this one with game number 3 of the 7 Directions Pmwi Scrims. Righto, we are back. Obviously, we're about to get underway with game number 3 of the 7 Directions Pmwi Scrims. If you haven't already, make sure you do hit the subscribe button, hit the like button as well, and while you're at it, obviously you can visit our Insta. I think it was on the break earlier, so it'll be at the end. But also you can give mine a like too. That's right down the bottom, just at official Seki. So we have had a couple of lineup changes. Obviously tonight though, Reject have been fairly stand out. Obviously getting that chicken dinner in game 2. Game number 1, we did have obviously ZE Illuminate managing to grab the win with a crazy chicken dinner of 23 kills. But we are about to enter game number 3. So let's check out what this flight path is going to be. So starting off at Primorsk and going up to in between Severny and Stulba for game number 3 of the night. You'll probably actually refresh that a little bit. The team list not 100%. We've got a couple of little changes there. As you can see, we've got some of the XP players in the match. Does look like 7D. They're going to drop early on. It looks like they're going to head up towards the quarry area, possibly. Same with Infinity. They're going to drop early on, and I believe they'll drop around that Ferry Pier area. And probably try and stick around at top. Esports also out of the plane in the early stages, but it does look like Reject also pretty much following Infinity at the moment. So a lot of teams jumping extremely early. So it doesn't look like too many teams are going to be leaving it late, that's for sure. So top, they're going to head down to Millie Base Island. As you can see, Rejects, they've got a really wide split at the moment around Ferry Pier and the Dirty Dozen, all dropping in individually. So Geek heading up towards GACA. So a few teams actually dropping up towards GACA on this one. Eagle 365 also in the mix. Does look like we've got Team 18 that is also going to be in that general area as well. But let's get stuck into some action, as I believe Eagle 365 might be getting in amongst it in the earlier stages. So you can see we've got one player out in the fields. Who is that actually going to be there? It's going to be Geek Miracle. That's disconnected, unfortunately. So an easy free kill here for Noel and Co. Not that they've actually spotted them out as yet. Surely they've spotted them out. They must be just leaving them there for the second. See if they can be used as bait. Surely that's going to be the case. So I don't know where the rest of Geek Fam actually gone either at the moment. But clearly away from here. But looks like Karma will manage to get a knock onto one of the Eagle 365 players. I think that's where we really need to be. Let's have a quick look here. But in saying that, Gen Z has been taken down from Eagle 365, so they're going to be down to a 3-man squad. There we go. We've got Ether spots out Miracle. Does manage to get the pistol shot on, and we'll get the confirm from the disconnected player. And obviously, pretty nasty execution out. So let's have a quick look what else has happened. Obviously, the zone has gone way over on the western side of the map. So a lot of these teams that dropped early, they'll be quite happy. The rotations are going to be relatively easy. Obviously, Eagle 65 there, pretty much center zone already. XB heading up to Rozhok. Looks like BJMF obviously a little bit split at the moment. They've got Paradox in between there, but Orange Play pushing right over towards Milder Power area on this one, so won't really have to contest with anyone. Rip actually heading all the way up to up north towards the or looks like they're actually going to rotate around to Kameshki. Blacklist going up towards Subverting, but ASTRA Academy, as you do expect, going at it early on. So action unfortunately does get dropped. It's going to be Icons that will manage to get them down. How many others we got just laying around here? So just a couple of players caught out, but it looks we do have a couple more players there to the south. Sorry, not to the south, to the west that's trying to get shots on for the time being. Void, unfortunately, does get confirmed. As we look to get in a little bit closer. Scry now going down as well. What's going on there? So there's some long-range shots coming out from that Vector to get that knock. It's 2 times on it. He's got not you. Also, he taking a few shots with the M4 red dot, but I think the man of the moment is definitely Karma, just trying to tap away with the Vector. Obviously, doesn't really have a long-range weapon, but ASTRA Academy, they are going to bring this fight to them, not you. Now going to be on that front line. Get away from ASTRA Academy, come to them. I think that's what they really need to do. No, he's going to go for that second story. He decides he's going to go for a defensive nade. Action to push on up. To a Karma on the other side, though. Action does go down. So that's going to be another that does get found by Karma, I believe. Or did he go down to one tap? Unfortunately, he's going to be picking up. Will eliminate him, though. And that is going to be Team 18 eliminated in 18th position. So ASTRA Academy getting themselves 4 kills. Obviously, they'll be able to get a revive on to Action. He'll be back up on his feet in just a moment. But I want to check out what's happening with Geek fam, because they've pushed back towards a 365. So it's going to be rude. It's just chilling in a building for the time being, it seems. Just waiting this one out. Waiting to see where this next zone does go. So Rejects making their way up north now from that sort of ferry pier area. It's a potential possibility that they might end up running into Infinity. That'll be a fight I would really like to see. Let's see if we can jump onto them as we rotate in. So we've got Duello, he's leading the charge. It does seem as they try to scout out where they do want to pull up for phase 1 of the match. Phase 1 just about to start, closing right about now. So a little bit of time these teams have got to get themselves into position. It does look like Rejects, they will not end up engaging with Infinity, but I think Infinity might actually end up engaging with someone else, it does seem. It's going to be Infinity v Astra. It's the Mongolians v Mongolia. So Sneaks, unfortunately, he's going to get caught out. Jerry does go down as well. Whitey goes down. Leo, last one standing. Unfortunately, he does get eliminated there, and that is going to be the end of Infinity. So they just absolutely sent ASTRA Academy coming out on top, and they do manage to grab themselves 3 kills in the other process. We've got SCARZ now also going at it. Let's jump on to this one. It's Eagle 365. Does look like they have to pop out. Nairo goes for the drop shot, but unfortunately gets dropped himself. We'll have Pumel, last one standing. Unfortunately, he's going to be eliminated. But Geek fam now looking to get a bit of a third party on this one. They do manage to find one player. It's going to be Ethan finding. Sorry, it's going to be Kazen. That's going to be going down to Rude. And looks like Rude is going to continue to make life difficult for Eagle 365, just disabling their vehicles where possible. So Eagle 365 now down to 2. Ether has managed to get 2 kills. Sorry, not 2 kills. Get 4 kills there. They're down to 2 players remaining. So Rip leaving it extremely late to push on in. It looks like Paradox are going to try and hold that southern coastland of the mainland. Doesn't look like any team will rotate in there. Looks like Orange play, obviously coming in from the Builder area. They are sort of coming in a little bit north. But in Zone A top, they do decide to push to the mainland across that eastern bridge. There is a slight chance that it might happen just there. But ASTRA looks like they're really keen to take this fight at the moment. They have pushed down towards Rejects, I believe. So Rejects possibly fairly close by here at the moment. They do manage to spot out one. Pika is now on the chase. So push it up and over the hillside as Rejects look to pull back. So they weren't happy with that compound they did have. Pika does manage to spot one though. Looks to go for a couple of touches, but unfortunately unable to get shots on. just yet. But 7D looks like they might have a little bit of company as well. That's going to be an interesting one. Sarah, unfortunately, does go down now to action. And unfortunately, will be confirmed. But ASTRA, look at them just surrounding these guys at the moment. Let's turn that one off for you guys for a moment so you can see how they are playing this. They managed to surround, and they are all converging on single players. They're getting hyper aggressive, and they spot the next, and they are just sending it straight into reject. Will shots come out? I believe that must have been right. So reject actually just scrambling at the moment as we're in for a bit of a road race. Can action spot them out? Doesn't look like they can as yet. No, but it does look like we have what massive centered. They're coming in from behind. It's actually Jerry Senate straight over the top. Action will be looking to come over that on that high side now as rejects continue to pull on away, but now shots fired and Sunset, or not, it's not going to be Sunset, it's going to be Jewello that will manage to take down action. So reject starting to catch these guys out after getting a little bit confident. You can see we've got reject now looking to push on up, but obviously ASTRA, they have been able to regroup. So it looks like we've got some mates coming in. They are falling just a little bit too short. Obviously coming out from Jewello. Saying that, we might have a bit of a third party as we've got BJMF now coming in to the mix as well. So Jerry will manage to find one. So obviously still very aware that there is a team or the other player to the other north at the moment. It looks like BJMF, they have been scared off and they essentially go around these guys. That's possibly into the hands of some of the reject players. Reject obviously now looking to push to the north as this zone pushes up towards Mount Everest being center zone. So we've got Blacklist going at it with DS. Let's jump on to that side. And unfortunately does go down his own teammate there. I believe it's Sporter that did manage to get the knock there. But Claire, let's see what Claire can do. We've got Alas still yet to, or he's not actually in this compound. Claire will need to hold it down himself. DS, I believe there's 3 players in this compound. 1 still on the outside that is about to go for the smash and grab, and Smokes now come out. Claire doesn't want to give away his position, but we do have the Satan looking to push on in. Just FPP mode, just trying to get some shots through that smoke, but oh, he unfortunately does get found out. Claire now last one standing, and still a fair way away. So Blacklist International, I believe they will continue to move on out, but will anyone look to push on to DS? It looks like we will see team at 12. That's going to be Lag Gaming now looking to push on. So Silk does manage to find Satan. We do have Sporter just in the shack at the moment. We've got ZZP now on the front line. Doesn't get a defensive nade out with Silk. Pushing right on up. Sporter now cooking that nade. That nade was looking pretty good onto Silk as he pushed back into the shack. Decides to get himself boosted up as he looks to take this fight. ZZP looking pretty good as they do manage to get the confirm on it to Andu. So who else we got on this outside? Obviously the players from DS are really going to be able to relay the information with the footsteps coming through from Silk. But might be a third party, potential third party coming in the mix. It is. So it looks like we've got Rip looking to get some shots on. What a perfect angle coming out from Silk though, managing to get the spray down. So we got Maya upstairs. Do have some big mollies coming in. Silk does get caught out. He is about to, oh no. Does manage, no, there we go. Does finally go down to that molly. Some big mollies coming out, and Mayu looks to hold players back now from a DS, but he decides he's going to turn it up a notch. He's going to go in headlong on against ZZP, but ZZP will come out on top. 13 teams remaining, 41 players left alive. We clearly do have, obviously, Rip now looking to push on in to this compound. They want to clean up the scraps here. So it's going to be Jacob that pushes right on up. Sporter does get caught. ZZP now, last one standing. We're going to need to see something epic come from ZZP here. He does want to hold this one down. ASTRA Academy looks like they have just been eliminated as well. But up against the Orange play. So out in 13th position. So what can ZZP do here? We do have Molly's now coming up. ZZP forced to move. He finds one with the AK, but it's going to be a rip to face. That will manage to finish him off. DS go out in 12th position. Let's jump on down to where the fight is. Hold on, we got notes. Paradox. They are going out. Let's jump on this. They're down to two players. Let's steady. We've got ASTRA still alive, and they're going up against XB. Wiz unfortunately goes down. It's all up to Gibby now. It's on the outside, the southern side. Oh, sorry, the eastern side of the Sixers. So you got ASTRA in front. That's a potential revive. Wiz is still down at the moment. Believe they're trying to get the reset now. Rashid looking to push on up though. Wants to get the clear on this one. Gibby dumps pretty much full mag. He's going to get caught out here. Unfortunately, that is going to be Paradox eliminated in 11th position by XB. So XB now managing to get themselves 4 kills, and they'll be able to get a bit of a reset. They'll be back up to 3 players. So this zone could still go north. As we look at... Oh, it does too. Split by the river. What a nasty zone for these teams. That is super nasty. We've got a lot of teams now looking to push on in. I think we'll have a quick look at 7D there. Extremely close to BJMF at the moment. Taking a few shots as I do try and make their way in. But doesn't look like it is going to happen as yet. Obviously, Eagle 365, they haven't had to move for a long time, but they are going to need to move now. In saying that, they've got slow mode on at the moment as they look to try and get themselves another vehicle with that tyre obviously shown out. And it looks like they're going to go in with the 3-wheeled, the trike of a UAZ. I think you might decide it's a little bit too difficult in a moment if he starts to spin out. No, he does manage to find himself a buggy, but it's not a buggy, trike, but opts against it, and we'll go for that 3-wheeled UAZ. Righto, so let's have a quick look at SG. I want to see their positioning around the ruins area here. So they've looked to lock it down on that western side of ruins. They haven't sort of solidified their location as yet. BJMF, I believe, are taking the Wiz Tower for the time being, but they're only a 2-man strong squad. So if anyone does go for a real hard smash and grab, it could be pretty disastrous here as well, being with those lower numbers. It's got Anxiety Bot. The XP still yet to move. Shots now coming out from a Reject as they've taken one of the main compounds out to the east of the Georgie Crates. So where's this next zone going to go? That's the real question here. Where do we think it's going to go? Is it going to go north or south? Obviously, Blacklist have decided they're going to push up to that northern side. You've got top esports that are coming in from the north as well. Top? Don't think they've really had to take an engagement. They do have a full 4-man squad, whereas Blacklist doesn't, which is going to make life fairly difficult. But the Orange play, obviously, now looking to make their move in as well. They're sort of doing it fairly split. But who have we got on that southern side at the moment? Will we see some shots come out on it to the team coming in from the south here? So Astrox, he hears the vehicle. What's he going to do here? Is he just going to try and pull in for cover and take some shots? Does look like we've got those players now pulling up on that low side. So it might be best to regroup. I was going to go for a bit of a wide flank in this late stage of the match. We're already 18 minutes in. We've got Rashid that is in front. He spots one, and he will go down, but he's going to have to watch that left-hand side. He goes to the instant confirm as well. Rashid not popping up, deciding to get some nades on out, and Astra X continues to rotate around. Carplay in full swing, and Astrox absolutely smashing. Now go for the pan. Unfortunately, the random squad that I'm not 100% sure about at the moment. Oh, sorry, no, is this XB? No, it is XB. Have been eliminated just like that. We've got 9 teams now remaining. We've got 27 players left alive. So Orange get themselves another mass amount of kills. We've got 8 kills so far as Zone goes down to Ruins. That's going to mean Sengoku looking fairly positive as we enter the next phase of the match. But he's going to be 7D. They're going to be in a lot of trouble here. Ruins does get spotted. Sun and Ko. They're spotting them out. We've got 3 in front. Can they return fire? Can they get that knock back on Sun? Sun out in the open as well. So Sun now getting caught out. It's going to be ASTRA that is looking to push right on up. So pushes to take the fight. Gets within Molly, throwing distance. Throws one out. Now goes in from the push. We've got him coming in from the other side. The confidence is definitely up for Orange Play as they look to steamroll, and they do exactly that. Unfortunately, 7D going out in 8th position. So 12 kills now for Orange Play. They're going to be looking to try and best the DIA after their game 1 little episode, getting 23 kills. That was nuts. Right, so we've got 21 players left alive, 7 teams remaining. Top Esports still on that northern side. They're hedging the bets at the moment as they're on the bridge, but it's saying that this is a tough spot to be able to rotate out of. It is going to be extremely tough to get out of this in the later stages, having to go for a bit of a swim. So it looks like SG obviously now starting to move towards that high ground position. Orange managing to make their way in from the southeast. Rejects, they're going to be slow to move, it does seem, on this one with their, it's a 2-man squad, I believe. And obviously a couple of teams still yet to come in from the north. We now have some shots coming out from Popov on it to Rejects as they look to try and get in to Zone. Will they be able to cut them off here? So Zone centering up around the Ruins area. So we're going to have Ether now getting caught out by Top Esports. So that's going to mean Eagle 365, they're going to go down to 1. And it looks like Kaizen, unfortunately, he's trapped out in the water. I guess the only thing he really can do is try and go for a bit of a swim, as the nades do start to rain on down in his direction. Let's jump on to Duello and Co. from Rejects as they look to try and make their way in. They're going to have to push a little bit through Orange. No, possibly not. They're going to be able to rotate around to the north, but chances are they're about to run into a little bit of company. It's going to be RIP, but Duello does he manage to get one. He's going to get Jacob now in his sights. Knows the location. Grabs a nade straight away. Will it hit the mark? I think he's got a rock in front that might make it difficult. No, it's going to be an absolute ripper of a nade. Jacob does go down. Divine and Duello look to push on up now. So we've got Reset coming out on Flick. So ISO getting that revive. You can see Two-Face has got a beautiful off angle. But Flick, unfortunately, is going to go down to a big nade from Duello, Two-Face, and ISO. The last 2 left standing. ISO now on that front line. Divide in the size of Two-Face. Oh, does manage to get that angle. ISO not forced to push forward. ISO will be able to hold this one down. Divine getting that information for Duello as ISO thought he was going to try and just get a dirty confirm onto Divine. Big nades coming out from Duello overhead. But Duello, unfortunately, is going to be eliminated. So it's going to be Rejects taken out. Or actually, it was actually the Molly that I believe finished those guys off. ROB will need to move on out. But it's going to be Sengoku that have spotted out Top Esports trying to make their way in to Zone. I believe they have managed to get one in on that northern side. So just tapping away at the moment on it to Top. And unfortunately, Rip really struggling to get themselves in to Zone. We've got ISO. Now getting caught out. Two-Face, last one standing, does have players directly in front, I believe. I believe there's one. No, they must have already cleaned him up. The Top really struggling to get him down to 2-3 teams. That's Orange Play, Rip, and Sengoku Gaming. Sengoku with a high ground, but Orange, with the way they've been playing, they've got a lot of momentum. They've got a lot of confidence. They are looking to push right on up. Sun sides nade at hand. He's going to go for the high toss. You can see both nades being cooked here. Nades, unfortunately, going too far for Sengoku. Sun, unfortunately, just not finding those players either. We've got Rip still yet to come in, but he's way outside of zone. And this blue will push him in fairly shortly. I'm saying that, Salt Gia for SG at the moment does have a beautiful off angle that might be able to really turn the tide for SENGOKU. Does he spot anyone out creeping in though from Orange Play? Yes, he does spot one, but shots, he has been spotted himself. So that suppresses him, and he's going to need to pull back and change up, or likely will change up his angle. So it's pretty unfortunate. You can see the other two players are focused on top on their way in. So the focus is really split at the moment. I guess the only real push you can sort of get coming out of this one is going to be on this southern side though. So it's really, you do need to be wary from there. But it looks like Two-Face, he actually set it right up. Managed to get the Tesla on the roof of the church. We'll look to hold down that position, giving himself a nice little bit of cover. There he's spot out Popov, but unable to get shots on. Unfortunately, SENGOKU though, this next zone, they are going to need to roll on out. And they're going to need to come from their safety of their high perch, which is going to make life extremely difficult considering how spread out you do have Orange Play. There's going to be a lot of angles coming out from those guys. So you've got Salt G, that's obviously established himself inside zone now. Or sorry, no, he's 5 meters out, so still will need to move forward a little bit. You've got Rip Two-Face, that'll be looking to come in from behind. The Salt G is trying to clear that element, but as you can see, SENGOKU, they are really being held back for the moment. So Salt G is being tagged very heavily. Let's jump on it to Orange perspective just quickly. So Sun. Trying to get the other wide angles on. You've got a little bit of a stall. Looks like SENGOKU now looking to make the move. Salt G getting a spotted. Does ASTRA X have the throwables? He does. This could be good. Perfect nade comes in from Sky and in. And gets the knocks. Two-Face now gets spotted. It's going to be the UMP of ASTRA X. And will manage to get the confirmed rip. Going out in third position. 2 teams now remaining. Salt G is down. The confirm almost coming out. But second goes down. Old Matey goes down. We've got 2 left up. The blue zone doing a ton of damage here. As Old Matey's going to go down, and it's going to be his play zone that will seal the deal for Orange Plays, taking the dub in game number 3. Well played to Orange Play. Such an aggressive game from those guys. They did manage to get themselves a total of 16 kills. Excellent work there coming out from Orange Plays. Let's get these scores going. So they just really turned it up a notch today. Or the last match anyway. They really turned it up and smashed hard. Getting themselves that 16 kills. So ASTRA X obviously 7. Sky in with 5. We've got Sun with 1 and Popov with 3. So SENGOKU Gaming going out in second position. They managed to grab 4. We've got Rip. They come in third position. They managed to get 6. Obviously Two-Face grabbing 4 of those kills. We've got Top Esports going out in 4th position with 3. We've got, obviously, Rejects going out in 5th position. And they did manage to get themselves 2 kills for the team. Is it going to be enough to hold on to that win? We'll find out in just a moment. We've got a total of 5 kills coming out from Eagle 365. And in 7th position, we are going to have, obviously, Blacklist International. We will have 17 going out in 8th position, with Hardress getting 1 kill for the team. We've got BJMF going out in 9th. We will have XB going out in 10th with 4. We've got Paradox going out in 11th position. Gibby did manage to get 1 kill there. We've got DS going out in 12th position. They managed to get 7 kills, even though they went out in 12th. So that's still some solid points. We've got Astra. They went out in 13th position. Still managed to get 10 kills. Amongst them, we got Jerry Peak in action, all getting 3. We've got 1 coming out from Scry. Lag in 14th position with 1. We've got Geek Fam, unfortunately getting caught out in the field to GACA. And Rude grabbing 1 kill for the team there. We've got SCARZ going out in 16th position. Naoto with 1. We've got Infinity going out in the 17th position with Whitey grabbing 1. And it's going to be the randoms that go out in 18th position. Righto, so let's check out the scores just quickly. So game 3 results. Sorry, 1 second. My apologies. Let's try that. No, we might have issues. We may have issues. It's game 1. Righto, so we'll take a quick break. We'll see you guys in just a moment. Righto, we are back and we've got the scores for game 3. So obviously Orange Play getting themselves 31 points. We've got RIP in second with 16. SENGOKU in a third with 16 also. We've got ASTRA Academy in fourth with 10 points. Obviously those points all coming from kills, which is nuts considering that they went out in 13th position. We've got Eagle 365 in 5th position with 9. DS Gaming in 6th with 8. And Reject in 7th with 8. We've got Paradox obviously in 8th position there with 2. Right, let's check out the current, or sorry, the overall standings, the final standings. Orange Play with 56, so they managed to take the overall win. Well done, Orange Play. Obviously, Rejects, they were relatively consistent, but game 3, I guess they just fell a little bit short, and unfortunately fell to that 2nd position with 51, but still getting a chicken dinner. Well done as well. ZE Illuminate in 3rd position there. Obviously, that was just from one game they played. I believe they had to make a run for it. But 38 points, that 23 kill chicken dinner. That was absolutely nuts from those guys. So Infinity getting up into 4th position with 30. We do have RIP that managed to make it into 5th with 30 as well. ASTRA Academy in 6th position with 27. SENGOKU in 7th with 19. Lag in 8th with 15. Eagle 365 in 9th with 15 as well. Paradox in 10th with 14. SCARZ in 11th with 14. DS Gaming in 12th. We've got BKG Lizard in 13. 7D in 14. Geek Fan 15. Blacklist International 16. And YALGON Galacticos, that was BJMF. And Join Me Yellow in 18th position. Righto, so that's pretty much me done for the day. I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream. If you haven't already, make sure you give it the big thumbs up. hit that sub button, the subscribe button, and also while you're at it, jump on Insta, chuck me a follow on official Seki on Insta. Obviously, 7 Directions, you'll be able to see their Insta tag too in the finale screen that's coming up in just a moment's time. So thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll see you guys next time with the 7 DPMWI Scrims.